Girl. Libras, what it is. Welcome to your January 2021 reading. I am Rachel Stebbins Navy, aka Villaggio Strega, here to give you the messages you need to hear, want to hear. If you're here, don't forget to like, click, subscribe. Okay, ring that bell for me so you can get all of the updates as they happen. I'm doing a 4-week forecast here. Let me get my stones out of the way. For your challenges, your advice, and your potential outcomes for situations for each week, as it were. But keep in mind that kind of time is a continuum here. So while this reading may start towards the end of December and go into the first week of January, it's really when you're meant to hear it, where it's most reflected. For you, Libras. So also keep in mind that this is a general reading and will not resonate for everyone. So take what does and leave the rest. And of course, if you would like a more in-depth reading for a challenge or situation in your life that you'd like more guidance on, clarity on a situation, please by all means reach out to me. All of my information is in my About section in the channel and perhaps down in the description below. Libra. Cards are moving fast, which is a beautiful thing. I love it when they know what they want to say. Hello. Starting out with week 1 with the Justice card for your challenge. The High Priestess for your advice. Woohoo. Your 6 of Pentacles for your potential outcome. Second week, you've got the Tower card energy. You've got the Knight of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. Something's changing on you, and it's having to do with your finance for sure. We've got a lot of pentacles already in that. Potential outcomes for the month. Then we've got your Page of Wands, your Queen of Swords, and Judgment. Oop. 7 of Cups at the end of the month. Oh, who we got there? Who we got Strength card, Leo energy. Yes. And the Hanged Man. Okay. Libra, bottom of the deck. We have got, what do we got? We got Death card, right? So you know there's a transformation going on this month, Libra. Let's get to it. I have to say, Libra, I was kind of fiddling with my stones here as I was waiting for the last one to upload. And Libra, I gotta tell you, I gotta remind some of you. And again, this will not resonate for everyone, but I'm pulling out the rose quartz for you, Libra. There is something for some of you Libras that need a reminder. Put this in your pocket. Rose quartz is all about self-compassion, self-love. That's the energy this one gives off. It's having patience with yourself, especially most of the quartzes, like strawberry quartz or rose quartz in particular. But these two in particular are all about healing trauma and healing, helping heal anyways, because of the vibration they give off. Helping healing trauma and working with self-love. And I was just stroking my obelisk for a moment. Please don't mind me. So here we go, Libra. It's going to be one of them readings already. Week 1, here we go. We have got the Justice card. You're letting go of a karmic cycle, Libras. Again, this is time frame from end of December into the first week of January here, and it's starting out with Justice card energy. There's your challenge. Letting go of a situation that no longer serves you, no longer for your higher good. And it may be that perhaps that what you did not realize was not for your highest good, and or what you needed to let go of is being sharply put in front of you so that way you can handle it this week. You're also being asked to go with your gut on a situation. Listen to that inner wisdom. What knowledge do you have about a situation? And when I say inner wisdom too, I'm being more broad because it's more of a universal wisdom. It's more of a spiritual wisdom on a situation. Going with your gut, yes, but that is also a connection to the divine. So as this karmic cycle ends, you're being asked to kind of look at what you can see and match it up with what your intuition's really telling you. Those pillars there is about seeing In short, seeing through the bullshit, because of that intuition, you recognize that what is being presented is not always how it truly is, and that High Priestess is there to kind of clear that up, reveal some things that are not easily seen for you in order to bring some clarity on a situation. The potential outcome this week is looking good in regards to your finance. Perhaps it has something to do with a stimulus, as a lot of reads are coming out with this card within week 1 or 2 of January here. But it could also be some sort of advancement. It could be, getting a pay raise of sorts, Libra. It could be a financial win of sorts, some sort of community organized assistance, act of generosity. It could be you yourself being more generous with your money. But as it stands in this particular week, looking at things, I think it may have to do with employment here, Libra. I think this transformation is really going to be about finance by the looks of things for you, and you kind of standing your ground this month. But let's continue with the reading, because again, this may not resonate for everyone, and it may change here as we go. Second week out, you got the Tower card coming in. So when the Tower card shows up, it has a tendency to bring with it a little discomfort. In other words, you got to have a little discomfort. Things get shaken up so that way you can be put on the right course of action. You can sometimes may have a loss of sorts in order to get a greater gain. Often it's for personal development. Often it's for some sort of situation in your life, again, that wasn't for your higher good, and it kind of makes you let go of it, again, in order to put you on the path you're supposed to be on. And challenge in relation to this is recognizing that is happening for a reason. With that, the advice card is maybe a fast movement involved. You got to take action on a situation. If this were, let's say, some sort of situation where you're letting go of one job and going into the next, recognize that if for some reason you lose your job or quit your job like abruptly by week 2, you need to be ready to step into the next role, because it's going to happen fast. If this is a career situation, I got a feeling it is, Libra, where you're quickly out with the old and in with the new in an employment situation. This is you taking action. This is get on board or get out of my way, and recognize it can be a little bit reckless, though, which is why I brought up quitting a job. You may not have a new job in place. Maybe you're just kind of fed up at the old one. Again, it no longer serves you. But if you do that, please take rapid action, because if you sit on it, you're going to miss this opportunity. You will, however, whether it's quit or being fired in some fashion, you will have more money out of this situation here, Libra. And money is something we all appreciate, right? So what this is indicating to me is it's going to bring you a greater sense of financial stability and abundance. These are the tangible things, the material things. It may be because you need a home, or maybe this is perhaps suggesting that you may inherit a home or some sort of financial inheritance. You may win the lottery, all sorts of things. But either way, it is the card of financial stability and growth that is to be shared with all. It sets not only you up, but your children up, kind of thing there, Libra. Third week out, we've got this Page of Wands. Now, Page of Wands is a little bit of an immature energy, because he is a page after all. He's under the age of 25. And he's got all these wonderful ideas and creative passions and these wonderful thoughts, but he lacks the ability to put them into action. And while he's kind of like sitting on things and sitting on his thoughts and in this moment of pause, he's not realizing that stuff's going on around him. And he's missing out on opportunities because he's too stuck on his ideas. That said, he may need a little help in order to kind of get things rolling, in order to kind of clear things up, clear his thoughts up, and clear up what steps he should take. And I'm saying he because it's simply represented in a masculine energy, but it can go either way. So you may be finding yourself during this period of time where you're just kind of stuck, like you don't know where to go from here. You have some great ideas, but you could use a little help maybe sorting these things out. And indeed, you do need the clarity, because the advice is the Queen of Swords. Now, Queen of Swords is very sharp, very intellectual in her thought processes, and swords of course represents thoughts and ideas. She puts things into action, and she has a very cool demeanor about her. She can be a little bit of a bitch now and then, I hate to say, and this I'm not saying by any means, unless you're dealing with someone perhaps with that Page of Swords energy, that needs that little nudge, that needs that little kind of swift kick in the ass to get them going. In that case, Libra, this would be you taking on that energy that kind of says shit or get off the pot. But with all due respects, try not to go Red Queen on this individual and chop off their head, because she can be a bit stubborn and very angry at times too. Nonetheless, she is a queen still. She goes with her gut. Again, very intellectual, very logical, and cool temperament to her. You are also getting this week, the potential outcome is the Judgment card. So, and yeah, I got a feeling this may be pertaining to someone else now, Libra, looking at this Judgment card energy, because it not only represents not judging yourself too harshly, but also how you judge others, Libra. So if there's someone in your life, perhaps a son, a younger male energy, that you're just kind of like, man, I see your potential, but you lack your performance, and you're frustrated with that. Definitely try and cool that temperament a little bit. Yet, okay, maybe they need a little help and a little fire under their ass to get there. Nonetheless, Judgment, yes, is also upright. So if this is a legal matter involved in this situation, it could also indicate judgments in your favor, Libra. That said, week 4, there's a little bit of confusion going on. So you may not be quite certain as to what you're after and what really satisfies you anymore there, Libra. This really is about change happening here this month altogether anyways. But 7 of Cups energy is when you become overwhelmed by all your options, all your emotions. And while some of them may look better than others, and you recognize that, it's still kind of like, oh man, this is all happening at once kind of energy. You're being asked to have courage and strength during this period of time. You have the Strength card energy. This could also be a Leo involvement, time frame July to August, start of August kind of energy. This card is more about having inner strength and having strength and of others, so comfort of others. Even though there is a lion there she's next to, the lion is really representing that aspect of courage for oneself. Then we have the potential outcome of the Hanged Man. Now, Hanged Man can be a bit of a stubborn energy at times because it really is a moment of pause where you're kind of hung up on a situation. You're not going to be able to do anything, and I mean anything, until you come to some sort of realization with this, until something's illuminated for you, Libra. In other words, no more forward movement until there's a realization at hand. Often this is a self-realization, not self-actualization, but self-realization in this regards. And it is something that requires reflection. So it's a blessing in its own right. While it may be uncomfortable for a moment, and again, it has something to do with your inner strength. While it may be uncomfortable for a moment and confusing, it is that moment you take to yourself to say, is this really what I want? Is this what I want to go after? What do I really want? And pause here in order to achieve what is really meant for you. Now, that said, let's review here. Overall energy of this reading is your Death card energy. Death is holding vigil here for the soldiers whose life is passing, as his cohort here, or friend perhaps, is graciously holding his sword and kind of letting the process to begin, the transformation to begin. So death is synonymous with transformation. It's the end of one thing and the beginning of something new. And here it is, in all its glory. This is absolutely something ending for something new to begin. So you're on a new cycle here, Libra. And I say cycle because the likelihood that it's going to spin back around in some form of fashion is there. Life, death, life cycle for sure. It's the ending of a new beginning, right? So at some point you're going to revisit this cycle or aspects of this cycle in your life here, Libra, and then you'll hopefully have learned something from it or had some sort of growth from the situation is really what I'm getting in all of this. Let's find out what the 3 major themes are from here for Libra for January 2021. What else would Spirit like you to know? For Libras, please. What else would Spirit like Libra to know, please? What else would Spirit like Libra to know? Okay, we've got 9 of Swords energy. There it is again. We've got Ace of Wands. Thank you, Spirit. What else? There we go. 2 of Pentacles. Or 2 of Cups, rather. Okay, so let's talk about this. Libra, gotta stop worrying. All this is like... there's too much worrying around you. There's too much stress around you. You're losing sleep over things. You're doubting yourself. This is indicating you need to let that go. You have to let go in order for a new opportunity to begin. And indeed, there is something new headed your way. The divine stepping in to offer you some sort of something you're more passionate about. Some sort of creative endeavor, an entrepreneurship perhaps. Something you have wanted for a long time is coming in. Maybe it's an individual too, because Ace of Wands can also be the card of sexual passions too. With that said, you also get the 2 of Cups energy out here. So this is a couple perhaps that have known each other previously, or maybe it's kind of like opposites attract. It's also soulmate energy. So while it may be a tense relationship at times with indeed a lot of passion, maybe there's a lot of anxiety previously, they've learned a lot from each other. They've become stronger together. Now, in the general reading here, I'm not seeing a ton of Cups energy that indicate a relationship. Yet, perhaps, for some of you, Libras, this will be a strong theme this month, in the month of January, because of this 2 of Cups out here, and because of the Ace of Wands, too. Whatever it is for a relationship, it may start out kind of hot and heavy at first, but then you realize that you need a stronger foundation with things, and that you learn to mutually respect each other's differences. Let's grab, who's calling? I'm going with Archangels. Thank you. What else would Spirit like Libra to know, please? Thank you very much. It says divine order. Everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past illusion. Yeah. Look and see underlying order. Now, this is definitely you're looking past illusion. This is saying like, okay, not all that glitters is gold. And like I said about all those options, not all of them may be as wonderful as they seem. Divine order, indeed, is seeing what really is meant to be there will be. So regardless of your choice, the divine's going to step in and help you out and make sure that is what is supposed to be there will be. I hope you enjoyed your reading, Libra. Again, thank you for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave me a comment below. I wish you all the best. Blessed be.